jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Hey.
So it is day one of setting up Christmas in Wadena. If you guys want to see the light show, you can go to ChristmasInWadena.com, or I'll have in the description below a link of where you can see this light show. My dad has been doing this now for 10 years. Today, we're installing his giant wreath. It's 1,100 pounds. It's got 2,700 lights on it, and this thing is huge. In Minnesota, this light show, you have to plan for the weather. It's below freezing temperatures. There's huge windstorms, snowstorms. Everything has to be really well secured. 25-mile-an-hour winds, and it's 38 degrees out, so it's gonna be chilly. So we just picked up the boom lift. We're gonna start way up there. So here is basically the entire show. I had to upgrade my coat. It's getting chilly. The original Griswold jacket. This gives me all my inspiration to put up Christmas lights.
There it is.
Need a lot of electrical tape and zip ties.
Yeah, I picked up 24 rolls of electrical tape, and we've got 4,000 zip ties. Here we go. We're gonna start setting stuff up.
Today, we are just mainly focusing on getting everything set out, and then my dad comes back and wires it. So we are on the first set of lights. It's these shooting stars. They go from up there, and they shoot across all the way to the peak. He had to make all this stuff himself, and you can't buy any of this. Obviously, the lights you buy, but he had to construct all this together. So it basically goes up in pieces. Every single light bulb, everything has to be tested first, so we make sure it works. So these are hung up here, they're all tested. Now we're gonna hang it up to the other side, so we gotta move the boom lift. Looking good back here. Just an hour just to hang these shooting stars up. My dad is a mad scientist when it comes to light bulbs. This is all electrical tape. All electrical tape. He's gotta fix something over there. It's too much tension. Just a little trial and error. I'm hanging on to this. We're at about an hour and 15 minutes just for one strand of lights. We got all these sandbags that has to hold everything down. The lights and stuff will fly all over the place, so we gotta load them up with sandbags. All right, we're gonna go up with that load. Started hanging the angels right there. They're the singing angels, and now we're gonna put up the Merry Christmas. Now I'm starting to break a sweat, and the wind is freezing my sweat. So now I'm really cold, but I'm hot, but I'm cold, and I'm yes, and I'm not. Most of the stuff is made out of PVC and chicken wire. This is rope light, but you have to custom make everything. So you gotta go up the ladder, connect it all the way up there. So that's the peak of the roof. And with this type of wind, we can only do the bigger stuff. The 14 snowflakes at the top here are up. So the next step right now is take the boom lift, and we're gonna go up on the third story, hang the C9 bulbs. My dad's been doing this so many years now that he's came up a little easier way to hang these. He's got them all on wooden boards, so it just kind of goes on as puzzle pieces. But the higher you go, the windier it gets, colder it gets. So it's kind of a crunch time. We need to get this done before the roof gets icy. We got all the C9 bulbs that border the house. Like I said, everything you guys see has to be made. You can't buy this stuff at Walmart, Target, Amazon, Costco. You gotta make it yourself. These are just some boards. He had to drill all the holes out, so this is slapped on like puzzle pieces right to the house. Anything that you can do to speed up time and pace, because we're out here in the cold.
Here we got a loose connection, because it's easier to work on when it's on the ground than when it's up there and it's middle of December and it's 10 below with 30-mile-an-hour winds. So it's always best to, I warm them up and I come back and I hand tighten every single one, because sometimes the glue lets loose. So if you hand tighten them, you say, oh, this is a little loose, the ball will pop out like this. So that tells me the glue was loose on the base. So we got to come back and check every single bulb.
So now we get to check 2,000 C9 bulbs. Enjoy this time lapse. So if any of you guys get the courage to do this on your own, is buy your light bulbs after Christmas and store them. He buys boxes of Christmas lights for like 10 cents. Now after checking all the C9 bulbs, you get to carry them up a ladder to the 2nd story and hand them up to the 3rd story. Good thing the roof isn't icy yet. We've outlined the entire roof line with C9 bulbs. The C9 bulbs are all the way up here. Oh yeah, there's the disco party. Disco, disco. There it is, crystal ball. Some extreme family bonding. That may look a lot smaller from up here.
Yeah, that wreath down there, that's 1,100 pounds. That took a year and a half to make.
Look at all these lights.
Hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. On it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. On it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
He has 3 miles of extension cords. So this may not look like a lot, but he has these big spools. So they even had a welder to make this just so he can get the extension cords off a lot faster. A lot of extension cords. I feel like Ben Franklin right now. 3 stories up. My dad even hangs up Halloween lights. So now I get to take down all the Halloween lights and then we're gonna hang out Christmas lights. 9 Christmas trees that stand up in the front here, and he's got mounts in the ground. I'm the lucky one who has gotten chosen to stab the ground until I find the mount. The reason why he has to have these stands is to raise everything actually out of the snow. And then in the morning, if we get a bunch of snow, he's got to come out and blow off all the Christmas lights because the snow will cover up the show. Next big project is we're gonna be putting up this big steel pipe right here, and this holds the mega tree. This is the 2nd pipe that he's gone through because it was so windy one year it snapped the pipe. People have been pulling their front yard that big. These 4 tubs are just lights for the mega tree. I think some people don't even put that many lights on their entire house for Christmas.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Jingle bells, 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 bells.
Piano in the bell, 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 bell.
Jingle bell,
There's the big mega tree right there. I just need to ask you one serious question. Does your house have a candy cane in front of it? 9 of these style trees right here, and they each have 2,000 lights on just one. Sometimes he just throws the whole entire tree away because the bulbs get so much wear and tear on them that they just get old, they get faded, they get dimmed. So every couple of years he's got to replace these. Now we're just hanging up Christmas lights in between all the trees here, and everything that you see has to have red, green, and white lights, and they all have their separate power. And everything in the ground, like all the rebar and everything like that has to get put in the ground because the ground is starting to freeze now. So you're on a serious time crunch. So we're working at the dark tonight, and then we all get to go back to work tomorrow. This is what we do on our day off. We got to get another big pull up. It is now pitch dark. We're trying to get this last pole installed. All right, so we're back at it again. Day number 4 of our 12-hour shift. This was our last project that we worked on, is getting the LED tree all lit up, and now I'm getting another floodlight set up here.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree. for me.
I'm inside the mega tree. It's 10:40, and I'm going to time myself how long it takes to wire this bad boy. Safety purposes, it's high voltage, so I'm not going to show you how all the wiring is wired. Definitely have security cameras and everything like that as well, just to make sure for people's safety and the safety of the light show. But I just got done wiring up the mega tree. It took me 45 minutes. My back's on fire, and GP is still on the boom wiring the LED light. The two big trees are some of the biggest projects to wire up.
Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Just hanging up the 4 Christmas wreaths. GP's still working on the LED tree. That's a huge project. Don't ever have a wooden ladder. You get splinters all day. I think he's probably 6 hours just into that tree right now. I'm about on my 5th roll of electrical tape today. We use so much electrical tape. Putting the signs out. Christmas in Wadena.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me.
It's just crazy, all the extension cords. Look at this. One sign up, the other sign's over there. You can go to ChristmasInWadena.com to donate. We're on day, I think, number 6 of setting up. Well, of me helping out. They got all the candy cane lights up, and I gotta go get my Griswold jacket on because it is like 16 degrees out today. We got Santa Claus up, mounted, and cleaned. Oh, look at all these extension cords. It's just absurd. This is only one side of the house. A couple days ago we got the icicle lights on the top peak of the house, and now we're going to do a lower level here and hang the icicle lights. We're going to build that calf muscle going up and down this ladder. Since this is a Christmas special behind the scenes, I'll show you one trick of the trade of hanging Christmas lights. He's made these pieces to hold the C9 bulbs, and we just put it up like puzzle pieces. But he mounted these hooks on here for the icicle lights. Projector screen is up.
Ones I used to know, where those treetops listen, and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. And I am dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright.